You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hello, I'm Juan Fernandez. Here's a look at your top stories. We begin with breaking news and a very active scene in downtown LA after a police shooting. Let's go up to Desmond Shaw live at SkyCal with the details for us. Des?
Yeah, Juan, we are in the heart of Skid Row at 6th and San Pedro here. That is where we had a shooting involving LAPD. It's unclear what brought them here for this response, but we heard shots fired and officer needs help. Now, this is the person that was hit by gunfire here. You can see they are conscious. It looks like it's minor. I believe they were shot in their left arm. Saw a little bit of blood there. They're getting ready to transport them to the hospital. Again, unclear what started all of this. All officers are accounted for, but now you've got a big section here of Skid Row, San Pedro, anyway, that's going to be shut down. Anytime an officer fires their sidearm, it is a hours-long investigation, so probably going to be shut down throughout rush hour. Live at SkyCal overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Juan, back to you in the studio.
Yeah, as we see here, Desmond's probably best to stay away from the area for now. Thanks so much for that. Now to growing outrage and debate in the Inland Empire over the transfer of more than 24 death row inmates to Chino. 8 more are expected to arrive this week. The transfers are all part of the condemned inmate transfer program that started earlier this month. It stems from a proposition that passed back in 2016 to offer death row inmates work programs that would help them pay restitution for their victims. Chino officials expressed outrage over the recent transfer. KCAL News reporter Michelle Geely is working on this developing story, and we'll have much more ahead at 4 o'clock. Meanwhile, a massive protest is happening right now at USC after the university canceled its valedictorian's commencement speech.
Out here on this Thursday afternoon, you can see this crowd of students here at USC is growing. Can I take a look at the sign that some of them are holding? This one saying, she's just a girl, talking about Asna Tabassum, the valedictorian that the university here decided on Monday to bar from speaking at the graduation ceremony. Some of the other signs here, let her speak, trying to send a message to the university to reinstate her at the commencement ceremony, which is happening next month, which she was going to do up until there was an uproar over her selection as valedictorian after some critics say that she was posting hateful rhetoric, anti-Semitic remarks, and anti-Zionist remarks on social media. The Jewish community here wrote a letter to USC citing their concerns, but the university said on Monday that they made this decision to bar her from speaking due to security concerns after there has been such an uproar over this. They did not want their students to be in a situation where it would be unsafe. But again, the group out here today, and you can see this sign, even saying Jewish faculty in support of Asna Tabassum, demanding her to speak. So we have many groups, over 50 I saw, signing one letter in support of this young woman, a engineering major who received this honor just earlier this month. The university just sent me a statement saying they are standing by their decision because of the safety. But again, many out here today saying that the university has been able to put resources in place for other dignitaries, for other folks who have come here to speak with maybe similar issues or concerns with them, that the university has been able to handle that. And so they should be able to give her the resources that she needs to be able to speak. So we are covering this, speaking to those who are out here today, also speaking to Jewish students here on campus who say that they have received the backlash after the university made that decision, that they have been harassed and threatened. They say that no one with any kind of hate speech should be given this platform. They say it's not about the freedom of speech here, it is about hate speech. So all of that coming up on KCAL News. We'll show you the march. And again, the protests happening out here as we present both sides of this issue.
Turning now to your weather, a cloudy start to the day, but the sunshine is out for the afternoon. And KCAL News meteorologist Marina Jurica has details in your next weather forecast.
We are slowly making our way towards what looks like a beautiful weekend. We had some thick fog this morning, some clouds lingering, but the good news is as we go into the rest of the afternoon, that fog has burned off very nicely, as we can see on our live look of Malibu. So a lot cloudier earlier, broke up very nicely into the afternoon, and we will see that carbon copied over the next couple of days, where we start out with a little bit of low-lying fog, some of the deep marine layer pushing in as we have swapped out to an offshore flow. So we have a lot of clouds to work with and moisture that are moving inland both for Friday morning and Saturday morning before we clear things up as we head into our Sunday, which looks perfect. So we've got clouds in the morning, sunny in the afternoon, temperatures almost exactly where we're supposed to be for this time of year, and a weekend that we're finally going to see no rain and lots of sunshine. So 73. Early clouds once again, but in the afternoon we should clear things up really nicely. And then Sunday looks just pristine. Great sunshine, 78. Our average high for this time of year is 73. So we'll get right there on Saturday and then exceed that quite nicely on Sunday. This afternoon, as you are heading out the door, temperatures are going to be really nice along the coastline. We'll be anywhere in the mid to upper 60s, from 64 in Laguna Beach to 68 as we head into Santa Ana, 62 in Malibu, and 66 in Camarillo. Moving inland a touch, we've got 70 in downtown Pasadena, Simi Valley, 76 Santa Clarita, 83 in Palmdale, and 80 degrees in Riverside as the Inland Empire once again remains quite warm. And Burbank, as we head into the next few days, looks really nice as well. You can see that we are much cooler with the offshore flow. We get to 70 only tomorrow, but after those clouds burn off, it should still be a nice end to the week. And then 74 on Saturday with partly cloudy skies. So high pressure is still dominating, but we're getting that offshore flow. So because we're getting offshore flow, we will be looking at those clouds just streamlining in. And because of that, we will be cooler. We'll get that deep marine layer with that moisture in place. But high pressure is still in control, so we're not going to get any rain, and it is going to continue to keep any of those low pressure systems out towards the west. Now, big change on Sunday and Monday is that we are going to start to chisel away and get into an onshore flow pattern again. That'll allow for us to warm up, get that pristine sunshine, and then of course we'll flip-flop again on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, and that offshore flow will get us much cooler, bringing the marine fog in. So Sunday and Monday look like the perfect days right now. Doesn't mean that the other days aren't. We're just going to have to deal with a bit of that fog in the morning and maybe even a little bit of drizzle. This is Friday, starting at 1:30 in the morning all the way until about 7, 8, 9 o'clock. We have a little bit of drizzle action, as we sometimes get with the low-lying clouds, and then things clear up very nicely for your afternoon. We will be a touch cooler tomorrow with the upper 60s and low 70s. So looking at the extended forecast, there's that drop in temperatures as we push towards the weekend, but then we warm up so nicely as we head into what looks like the best part of the week, which is Sunday, before we really start to cool things down and get that marine layer back in middle of next week. For the valleys, we'll be looking at a very nice warm afternoon today, and then dipping things down into the mid-70s tomorrow before we got a great weekend on tap as we get into the 80s once again. And then pushing over into the Inland Empire, you will be the warmest. We will see those 80s return triumphantly on Saturday and Sunday after we get rid of those morning clouds as we move into tomorrow. And much the same for the desert, the mountains, and the beaches. Fog lingers a little bit longer for the beaches until about midday before we can kick it out of here. But overall, just an impressive stretch of weather other than the marine layer that we're going to have to deal with as we move into the next week. So just get out there and make sure that you make those weekend plans to enjoy.
Marina, thank you. And this has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. I'm Juan Fernandez. Thanks for joining us. We'll be live at 4 with all the day's news right here on CBS News Los Angeles.